Well, Alabama's Principal of the Year could become the nation's top principal. Theodore High School Principal Ronnie Rowell is one of 6 finalists for the national award to be presented next month.
Now think of this, Rowell is a product of the Mobile County Public School System and has spent more than 3 decades working in the system. He recently sat down with our Eric Reynolds to talk about his successes and what attracted him to a career in education. Here's the interview.
I've always loved being around kids, trying to persuade, guide, redirect, whatever I can do, you know, just to show them the direction they need to go in.
Ronnie Rowell is Alabama's Principal of the Year. Now in his 10th year at Theodore High School, Rowell believes a family tradition drew him to education.
My father, grandfather, uncles played a lot of sports. Bama Rowell played with the Braves, Boston Braves years ago, was my great uncle. And so the whole family has always been sports-minded. Love of sports kind of led me to education. I really wanted to coach, and I was actually a PE instructor when I started out, and a coach. Coached 3 sports for like 7 years.
Mobile County High School in Grand Bay was his first stop. Rowell was hired there in 1984.
I took a science job, so I started teaching science. I started teaching biology. Went to Mary Montgomery and became science department chair. Mr. Romano enabled me to become like an assistant principal.
The position showed him there were similarities to his early years in education.
Back in the day when I was coaching, I was all about the players, helping them, you know, discussing whatever we need to talk about if they had some issues on or off the field. Very similar to what I do now as a principal. We don't have a game uniform on, but we still talk about issues in and out of the classroom.
Rowell's assistant's job at MGM led to an appointment as principal at Theodore in 2005.
In this job, you're always learning. As a principal, you have to learn to do an accurate needs assessment. You've got to look at your entire student body. I've got some students over here that are struggling. I've got some students over here that are thriving. Looking at the student body as a whole and then breaking it down individually.
He's considered an innovator.
We put in so many different programs like the anger management, test retake, freshman academy. Students being successful, especially in that 9th grade year, which is why we have Freshman Academy. When we can get a student to become a junior, they figured it out by now. They see the writing on the wall and they strive to be who they need to be. Ideally, individualized instruction for every student in your school would be, you know, that's the perfect world. But when you got 1,700 students, you got to come up with some programs that work. If you keep striving to do that, the graduation rate, the success rate, those things will come with it. We've been able to move the graduation rate upward year after year after year.
A major challenge for educators today may be society's constant change.
Society's always changing. Education needs to be changing too. Students are different. With technology the way it is today, social media, they learn differently. And we're trying some different things in the classroom, like small group learning. And different doesn't necessarily mean bad all the time, you know. There's some good differences in our students today.
31 years into his work with the Mobile County system, Rowell credits his mentors and staff for his success.
Getting the state principal of the year for high schools kind of blew me away, no doubt. That's big. And then I was informed from Washington that I got in the final 6. I'm humbled and I'm honored and I'm proud. I've just been blessed. I'm happy where I'm at right now. I'm never opposed to a promotion, but I'm very content with what I do right now because I really do feel like with the support of the great people I have around me, you know, we make a difference.
In Theodore, Eric Reynolds, Fox 10 News.
Rowell is an honor graduate of Citronelle High School, has degrees from 3 universities, including South Alabama. Today, he's dedicated and committed to bringing success to all of his students in what he calls Bobcat Nation.
And he's great to work with for the High Q program, too. He said his teachers and support staff offer several programs, including capturing kids' hearts to help all students, including those who can be sometimes tough to reach.